Welcome back to my channel. My name is Lovely Steph. I am welcoming everyone here who is new. Thank you for joining us today, and all of my lovely flowers who are returning to this garden of love and growth and inspiration. Welcome. I will be talking about a few things today that I pray will be encouraging unto you, that will plant something down inside of you. Please understand, in this community, on this channel, I will reference a lot of uh, symbolic points that reference being a flower or being one in nature, because I am believing that we can grow into a beautiful garden that will have so many layers and so many lovely colors and so many responsibilities as a garden does. Okay. So as you continue on this journey with me, as you can see, I'm fairly new. This is only my second video. So I am stepping out on faith and doing something a little bit different, hoping to reach an audience that will be captivated and want to pour into the garden. If you have some great information, any kind of inspirational messages, we on this channel will be encouraging to one another. We'll be planting seeds of positivity and doing everything in love. So, as I said, my name is Lovely Steph, and everything I do, I want to make sure that I'm doing that in love, because God is love, and everything that comes from love tends to grow, right? And sometimes it hurts sometimes. So some of the topics that I may talk about, even on today, it may hurt, but understand it's coming from a place of love, and I believe that it is gonna deposit into some people's soil something so great. The seeds are gonna be planted, and you're gonna continue to flourish and become a beautiful flower in this community as well. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, of course, and hit that notification bell so when I upload, you'll be able to come on in the room and see some great thing, hear some great word, hear something that will inspire you to keep on going in this journey we call life. Okay. Um, the subject for today is going to be about failure. Okay. Now, how could failure be a positive subject? Well, typically it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to fail. I'm pretty sure at some point one of us has not met the goal that we were trying to obtain, right? Well, even in that, even in our falling, even in our failure, something that seems like it did not go right, there's a plan and there's a purpose for that. Well, I'm just going to jump right into this. What made me think of this topic is my daughter. She didn't do well in a class, and I just started thinking, like, sometimes when you're used to being at the top, when you're used to succeeding in most and everything that you're doing, and then something doesn't go right and you don't achieve the way that you normally would, that can really do a number on our mental. It can really do a number on how we feel about ourselves, and thus feeling like a failure, right? So then sometimes what we've accomplished already seems like it's not even there, when truthfully it is. It's just this one thing that has come upon us and we didn't do as well as we like to. But does that make us a complete failure? No. No. But sometimes the enemy, I'm a spiritual woman, so in Christianity we talk about Satan or the four negative energies. Okay, so that will try to come upon you, make you feel like you're not doing anything great, but you really are. What I try to tell my daughter is that, even in that quote unquote failing, you got to look at all the things that you have already been successful in and use the real measuring, which is positivity, which is balance, which is you are doing pretty well. And yet, even in that, without failing, you will never know what it feels like to have to refocus, to shift your mindset, and to reevaluate some things and see what you could have done differently, right? And it's a chance for us to learn. It's a chance for us to learn, because it's like, if you never fail, you'll never know who you are and how your strengths and how you can overcome things and how you can get back to where you were, or maybe even learn something new and better in achieving something you thought you already knew. Okay, because even the things that we think we know, there's still something that you can go back, and there's still some more knowledge there. It might be in a different place in your life, it might be in another circumstance, and you're like, oh wow, I didn't even think that is possible for this situation. But even regrouping, it changes and it grows with you, right? So, one for sure thing in this is belief. Belief is everything when it comes to how we began to get out of that failed state. And to start believing that, oh, this was a short thing. This was a small thing, right? Compared to what I've accomplished before. And if you just understand who you are and know that we are victorious, we are victorious. We are the sons and daughters of the King. And he says we have already won those victories. We have already been successful. So if he already says it and we walk into what he's saying, do not let what feels like a failure stop you. Let it be a stepping stone, a little step back. Maybe sometime when we step back and we can look at everything and say, oh, well, this is what I need to change, and this is what I need to do differently, or that didn't feel so good, or I didn't even like that class, or I didn't even like doing this job, or I didn't even enjoy what I was doing, so that's why I wasn't successful in it. So sometimes even when it doesn't feel good, you have to find a way to make something work. And even in that, just keeping your mind focused and believing that you can take that failed thing that was meant to destroy us, that was going to try to take our focus off of what we have accomplished, the good things. Remember the good. Remember the yay and amens, okay? So, also just understand that we do fall short sometimes, whether even it's not in my daughter's situation, where just as women and men, we fall short. We do things that are not always pleasing to God, and sometimes not even pleasing to our own selves, right? But when we fall short, there is grace that abounds much. There is favor and forgiveness that comes with that. And that comes with redemption. It comes with refocus, okay? There is no condemnation, okay? So when we fall, we should get back up and dust it off and try it again. But just even in that, I just talked to her about understanding that as you set your goals, when you refocus, go ahead and set some new goals. Set some goals that you can obtain in the future, and then set some goals that are really, really small now, and use those as stepping stones, as stairs to get to each level, right? Because there's levels and levels, glory to glory, amen, right? Also in that, enjoy the journey of getting to the higher goals, okay? And every time you get to one goal, one of those steps, you take a step, cross it off. I've done that. But don't forget, it's a step. So now you've already started building something. And once you start building something, you can always go back and see where that foundation lies. And our foundation definitely lies in the promises of God, that we are great and we have what's inside of us, which is powerful. It is able to give us strength to continue. And we don't have to stay in that fallen state. So another part of that it's just that when you get to one goal and you see what's going on and you start using those tools, now you have tools, now you're equipped, now you can move forward in some great things, right? And start continuing up your stairway to your next goals, right? And each goal that you set for your life is definitely adding value to yourself. Remember that even if you fail, you are still powerful and you are still of value. You're still valuable. Even if you fall, even if you don't feel worthy, but worthy is the Lamb who we can look up and we can see where our help comes from. So I beg of you today to please let the seed of forgiveness, the seed of redemption. We have to forgive ourselves. We have to love ourselves and know that God loves us and that we are able to not be in a fallen state and take what we feel like a failure and strive for more, strive for better, get back up. And that's part of success. You won't know success unless you fail. Because if you're always doing good, you will not know what you're capable of. You will not know your strengths. And we are definitely strong in Him. So I won't be before you long, but I just wanted to piggyback on the personal growth. Just as you continue to grow, please enjoy the journey because that's part of getting to the greater goal, right? You have to enjoy what's happening along the way. Appreciate each stage. Appreciate every step. Appreciate everything that you're pouring into the greater goal. Okay. I just am so excited about how sometimes we don't feel the greatest, but there's joy. There's a difference between happiness and joy. So there's joy within inside of us that is our strength. The joy of the Lord is our strength. And with that, we are more than conquerors, okay? We are able to get back up. We are able, with all of the tools that we've had to fight before, to even get to where we thought we were successful at in the beginning, right? So you guys, this has been just a short little thought of mine today. I just hope that you remember who you are in the kingdom. Continue to be awesome flowers, whether you are just now tuning in and you're getting to be a seed planted into the ground, or if you're already budding, or if you're actually full bloom. Continue to come back to this channel so we can go ahead and feed your mind, feed your spirit to continue to grow in the greatness and who God put inside of you. I wish you the best, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you have any great ideas of content, if you have anything, questions you want to ask, if you are dealing with something that you want to talk about or pray about, feel free to contact me. Also, just don't forget to seek the Father. This is definitely a journey. None of us are perfect. We all fall short, and we all have to understand that we need each other. And in this garden, we are like a village. We will pour into one another, encourage and uplift one another. All right, my lovely flowers, you have a wonderful night. And I pray that on tonight, this has been a great word to someone who felt like a failure, to someone who felt like they couldn't make it or did not achieve what they thought they wanted to achieve in the time that they wanted to achieve it. Just know this is all about growth. This is all about change. This is all about learning yourself and knowing who you are and becoming. That's what this whole thing is about, is just knowing that failure is part of success, and all it is a chance to refocus, learn, and do better within yourself. All right, good night. Have a good day.